Sande Chen. I'm a writer and game designer. I have a partnership called Writers for Ball. I'm going to show you some game consoles, and I hope that you'll participate and just shout out if you recognize any of these consoles and try to guess when they came out. So here we go. So obviously I did not get this from the collector. I got this from Ralph Baer's website. Anyone gonna guess?
Round box.
It's a round box, yeah. And what's the date? No. Well, it's from 1968. It was patented, and this is a Pong clone. It's actually only available in Europe, so it might be hard. But after the Pong and the chip from General Electric, over 70 companies made clones of the Atari Pong. So this is a Technograph TV Sport Mark I. Give you a hint there. It was around the same time too. This is a Radisson Telesports 3 programmable video system. And as you can see, there's 15 sports that you could play, and this is also a clone. And no one's going to guess around this time period what that might be? It's around 1977. Should be able to recognize this, I think. It's labeled. This is the Vectrex. And part of the marketing campaign is the only video game system with its own screen. And it's about as tall as Tigger, as you can see. And it was called the Vectrex because it had vector graphics. So that was 1981. You should recognize this. It was dominated the market for 2 years when it came out. It has over 25 million systems sold. It was sold until 1990. No one knows. Its code name was Stella. It's Atari 2600 UCS, 1977. This is another Atari. It has the same components as the Atari 5200 computer. It was expandable, so you could just hook up your keyboard and now you've got a computer. That's the Atari XE video game system. You want to hazard a guess? It's not in chronological order, by the way. That was 1987. This is a Jaguar. It was kind of a flop for Atari. It's a 64-bit system. You can see the controller has over 15 buttons on there. It's kind of unwieldy, counterintuitive. So that was 1993. All right, Sega Master System. You can see from on there. It was 8-bit cartridge-based system. Didn't do well in North America because Nintendo had about 90 to 95% of the market share at that time. Tonka was their distributor, the toy company, and they didn't do a very good job about it. That was from 1986. But the Sega Genesis did penetrate into the U.S. market, mainly because of Sonic the Hedgehog came, but it didn't really combat Nintendo for their products very much. But okay, we're moving on. The Sega Multi-Mega is what it's called in Europe, but in North America it was called the CDX. It did not sell well. It's sort of like a portable CD player. No one wants to guess the year? We're getting closer to years. That was 1994. This was a Dreamcast. It was discontinued in 2001, and Sega bailed out of the market. But games continued to be made for the Dreamcast. So it was not so bad. The NES, it's called the Famicom, or the Family Computer. No one's guessing here. Yeah, very close. Yeah, it was in that range, 1985, and it sort of dominated the market at that time, and it was different from the clones that came out. This is the Super NES, and the launch was so successful that the Japanese government asked them to only have console launches on weekends because of all the hassle. They had attracted the attention of the Yakuza because they made so much money. And from then on, they made all the launches at night. But Nintendo started to lose its market share with this thing here, called the N64. You can look at the controllers, very much different. It's made for 3D games. It had a rumble pack, and it was not a runaway success like the other ones that it came out from Nintendo. This is the GameCube, and they didn't regain their market share because they're behind the PS2 and the Xbox, and it's probably why they had a rethunk and they designed the Wii, but it had a lack of online capabilities that the other consoles at the time had. Around the same time, and this is around 2001, this is the Game Boy Advance. Of course, there was the Game Boy, the Atari Lynx, and Coleco and Mattel went out of the console business to do handhelds. It was redesigned in 2005 and released as the Game Boy Micro. And you could put different faceplates on it, but it wasn't backwards compatible. This is another also redesign. This is the Game Boy Advance SD or Special, and made because of the complaints about the Game Boy Advance not being very comfortable. This is a much smaller version, and it has a better screen that was backlit, and you could also, it has different colors to it. So no one recognizes this. Okay. Well, this is from 1994. It's the first video game console to sell 100 million game consoles. They ceased production in 2006. It's like a pretty long time. Actually, Nintendo tried to stop them from releasing the PlayStation. This is a PS2, and when it first came out on eBay, people were selling it for $1,000. It's the fastest game console to reach that 100 million systems shipped point. In 2004, it was redesigned so that it could be slimmer. And I'm going to end here with the Xbox, of course, the precursor to the Xbox 360. It was discontinued in 2006, and it was launched in 2001. A lot of fanfare. I remember GDC when Bill Gates was the keynote speaker. Came out to announce his plans, and there you go. That's the end of it.